Hello, my friends, my little YouTube friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing a regular degular. Get ready with me. Just gonna show you how I've been doing my glam as seen on my Instagram pictures. And I wanted to give you guys a little 1-2 step with the eyeliner, just to up your liner game. Just gonna use my rich cream. I love this, darling. It makes me feel like a rich bitch. One of my favorite creams of all time. And I love doing this before glam as well. Did I say favorite? Get in all the nooks and crannies. You're gonna let the rich cream sit for about 3 minutes before moving on to doing anything else. That part is crucial. DIOR Skin Perfect Skin Tint. Amazing. I feel like this is one of the most underrated products on the market. DIOR has always had some bomb foundations that always end up getting discontinued for some reason, but that's neither here nor there. Makeup by Mario brush, obsessed with this. Here's a pro tip. What I do is I drag the foundation around with the smaller side, right? So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Look at that foundation. Isn't it lustrous, honey? It's very skin-like too. Am I looking very saturated right now? Okay, we packed it on, right? You're gonna take your brush, flip it around, take the larger side. You're gonna pack it in. Also, circular motions, you're gonna buff. And that helps you sheer out your foundation all in the right places. Wiping off our lip, moving on to concealer. Hourglass and DENONA. We are going to remix these two. One has a more yellow tone. The other, a pink. And frankly, I can't decide between the two formulas. I like both. With the pink, I'm just gonna go in the areas where I would have highlighted down the bridge of my nose. Using this concealer brush, I am going to just pat in the areas that I want to brighten. We're just packing that concealer in. Going around the areas where I want to brighten and pull out. I'm going to hit it right here underneath the hollows of my cheek. Now using a damp sponge, I am simply going to blend out any lines I want a blurred effect. Going in underneath my eyes. I feel like a lot of the times I see my friends or just people in general pull this wet sponge. I think that if you guys just really tried only tapping it, the blend you would achieve with it, you will love it. Blend the other side and blending down the bridge of the nose. See how those tones came together insanely. Going in with the Rare Beauty contour stick. The reason why I'm choosing this is because of the tone and how well it blends. Now, naturally, I would never put a stripe on my face with other contour sticks, but this really does not indent your makeup. And honestly, if you guys use this product just on its own with concealer, it gives a very pretty natural look. I go back in with the Makeup by Mario F4 brush with the larger side, and you're almost buffing and pulling at the same time. See how it brought that tone together? Tap, 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 tap. Getting that gobbler. Going back in with my damp beauty sponge and just tapping all of that together. I feel like I kind of wiped away that nose brightness, so I'm gonna redo that. And I'm just gonna lightly blend it out. Going in with Pink Drink and Tangelo, I mix the two. Someone come and fight me. Literally what I do is get this on one side and the Pink Drink on the other. Beat it into my hand. Beat that. And just tap it in to my cheeks. I really like the tone it gives with two of those mixed together. Now with that Tangelo, I pick up and I just go over my lid. Just like that, it gives a little bit of something. Tap, tap, tap on your nose. Using the Vanish powder from Hourglass. It's a pressed powder. Before going in with loose powder or anything like that, make sure to blend any little creases out and you just pack that in. It gives a beautiful blurring effect. Look at the difference. Crazy, right? The center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, in the inner corners of my eyes. We're just gonna let that sit there. Taking a brush, I'm just gonna swipe that. Veil translucent tan on the perimeter of your face. Think of this as like your contour color. These are very similar to Charlotte Tilbury setting powders, but different tones. These are cooler tones, and I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury are warmer. I'm gonna pinch the brush and create like a contour shade on my lid. Same effect around my nose. Really quickly, I noticed my lips are chapped. I'm going to put on the Lawless Overnight Lip Mask. It's like a lip plumping mask. It's one of my favorite. It's called Forget the Filler. Get in all the crevices. And it does give a little bit of a tingly feeling. Not where you feel probed in the mouth like your other quintessential lip plumpers. This is just a little bit of like a little whisper tingle. Taking my little triangle square from Amazon, picking up on my pink Laura Mercier powder. You heard that right, pink. I love this for underneath the eye, since they took away our beloved Givenchy. Hack that in. Only on my chin and the center of the forehead will I use the pink. Under eyes, chin, forehead. That's it. Going in with the regular Laura Mercier and just setting it right there. Tapping that in. Picking up on some extra and like really pounding it into that. Okay, tap. And just with the extra that's left over, I'm not picking up on more. Tapping it over the blush and the contour. And again, nothing is on here. Just the perimeter of the forehead. Using the pink, I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose. Clean that line up so it's nice and straight, just like so. Get your nozzle right. Now in the inner corners, I'm going to pull in that little extra powder. We're playing with that to create diffusion. So we have on all the powders. We're just going to lightly brush the end line out because we don't want it to bake there. Follow the motion of my hand. We are going to go into the eyes while we wait for the bake. Now for eyes, believe it or not, I've been keeping it extremely simple. All the glam is in the liner. We are going to use Master Matte's Makeup by Mario. Using this tone over here, I'm just going to press that into the crease, like so. Now I'm going to buff the edges out, just for it to give a little bit of contour. Now with the shade underneath it, same brush, just tap it in only on the edge, the outer corner of your eye. Brush out the brush, go back into your first initial shade, tap it in, and then blend those two together. And don't be scared to pull it out, just like that. We're done with one shadow brush. Going in with our second brush, picking up on this brown over here. You are going to tap that right at the waterline, only on the outside. Lift it up, and just on the outer crease. That tone. And just blend. Going in with this tone, I'm just going to place that very lightly onto the inner corner and the center. Just like that. Now, let's get down to business with the liner. Makeup by Mario brown liner. So you are gonna get in to your tight line in your waterline as well. Going in with the Kat Von D tatted liner. I'm gonna try my best to do this on camera for you guys. The first thing I do is I try to figure out what angle I'm going to do the liner in. I start off with the outer corner of my eye, open up my eye like this, and mark the outside. You decide if you're happy with that line, if it needs to go out more, but I always do this. And for me, I don't like it too straight over here because I do want a lifted effect when it comes in, when I bring it in. You guys will see it later. I leave that alone for a second. I go to the inner corner and I start drawing it in very lightly at the inner corner. You want it extremely thin on the inner corner. And I get there right to the center. Close it up, shake it up again. Now we are not holding it like this anymore. We are holding it like this, and not where the end of your wing is, halfway into the wing, and you're gonna drag it in. Connect it in the center, and it should look like something like this. Now close your eye and start filling it in. It should look like something like this. Now repeat on the other side. Now what we're gonna do is just lightly dust off all this gorgeous powder. You don't want to be too harsh with this. It'll mess up your under eyes. Then I look cute. I go back in with the brush that I used the translucent tan with, and I lightly dust off this area. I'm just going to brush up my eyebrows now using 24-hour brow setter, just like that, because my little bush babies move around a lot. Now I'm gonna go in with a very random blush. I know, very random, but trust me, chef's kiss. It's called Luminoso, and it's drugstore. Hat, swipe. You see the glare? Hat, swipe. Now I'm gonna go in with Blush Sublime Flush, just at the apples. Now going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, very lightly, flick of the wrist in these areas. Using the same bronzer, picking it up with a shadow brush, and I'm just going to further contour my eye, just a tiny bit. And if you see fit, around your nose contour, if you want to make it more. I'm going to use FanFest by Benefit mascara, just a light layer. Lashes, put on the center first, close your eye, do the edge, center, edge, inner corner. Lashes make such a big difference. I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask which lashes I have on. I literally custom make majority of my lashes that I wear. Wipe off the lip, and it kind of helps to get all the gunk out too. Going in with the Makeup by Mario Spice Chai lip liner, overlining on the bottom, overlining on the top. Filling in my Cupid's bow right here, make that face, and then I follow my lip line the rest of the way. And then filling in my lips with the Spice Chai, specifically the outer corners, just like that. Going back into that Christian Dior, taking it up with the detailer brush and perfecting my lip. Chanel Rouge Allure Ink, Amorux, All Day Radiance Mist. Close your eyes. This smells divine. Brings your skin to life like no other. Just pat that in with your sponge. Pat until done. And that's the final look. What do you guys think of my Lorena Bobbitt Glam? Do you guys love it? And is this something that you would try at home? That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, stay fabulous, my little friends. Mwah.